Edgar Cayce's alarming 2025 Prophecies has shocked the world. Did you know Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, predicted a dramatic pole shift, devastating earthquakes, and even the rise of Atlantis? His chilling visions of 2025 include floods swallowing continents, breakthroughs in energy, and humanity facing a spiritual crossroads. With so much of what he foresaw aligning with today's realities, could this be the year his warnings come true? Edgar Cayce's predictions about the Earth's future are a fascinating mix of geological warnings and tantalizing mysteries. Take his prophecy about Mount Etna in Italy, one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Recent tremors around Etna suggest it might be gearing up for something major. Cayce predicted that eruptions here could spark a chain reaction across other global volcanic hotspots. It's not so far-fetched when you consider how interconnected Earth's geology is, especially with climate change potentially destabilizing tectonic systems through shifting temperatures and pressures, making the planet more volatile than ever. Cayce also envisioned catastrophic earthquakes tied to a dramatic pole shift. Picture California's San Andreas Fault, already under immense stress, experiencing massive quakes that ripple through the Pacific Rim and Japan. Modern geologists agree that it's not a question of if, but when these areas face their seismic upheaval, eerily aligning with Cayce's visions. He even went further, predicting a complete redrawing of the world's geography, with some continents sinking and new landmasses emerging, possibly even the fabled Atlantis. Speaking of Atlantis, Cayce believed that it wasn't just a myth, but a lost civilization waiting to resurface. He pointed to the Bahimi Road in the Bahamas, discovered in 1968, as evidence. Add to that his claim about the Hall of Records, a repository of ancient wisdom buried near the Sphinx in Egypt, and it feels like we're only scratching the surface of what we might uncover when humanity is ready. Could these prophecies, long dismissed as legends, be clues to a profound chapter of our planet's hidden history that's waiting to emerge? He talked about these crystal-based energy systems, which he called firestones. These weren't your ordinary crystals though. According to Cayce, they could harness solar energy and cosmic forces, fueling everything from transportation to communication systems and even enhancing psychic abilities. Imagine crystals so powerful they could amplify the mind's potential, while simultaneously powering entire cities and creating limitless possibilities for advancement. But here's the kicker. This incredible technology wasn't used responsibly. Cayce said that the Atlanteans, consumed by their ambition and thirst for dominance, pushed these crystals far beyond their safe limits. This catastrophic misuse led to devastating explosions and triggered natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis, eventually sinking their once thriving civilization beneath the waves. It is a sobering tale of unchecked innovation spiraling into destruction, a warning as relevant today as it was in Cayce's visions.
3,000 panels will provide and store energy for 650 homes in East St. Louis. This site used to be full of abandoned houses.
Fast forward to today, and it feels like we're on the brink of rediscovering similar ideas. Think about advancements in solar energy, wireless power, and sustainable technologies that echo the potential of Cayce's Atlantean crystals. Cayce believed this ancient wisdom could resurface to help us navigate our current energy and environmental crises, offering solutions we've only dreamed of. But here's the warning. He stressed the importance of humility and ethics. It's not just about what we can achieve, but how we wield that power. If we let pride and greed guide us, we risk repeating Atlantis' tragic fate. Balancing progress with responsibility might be the only way to ensure our future doesn't mirror their catastrophic past. In a world on the edge of technological breakthroughs, Cayce's cautionary tale feels like a message we can't afford to ignore. Have you ever felt like the world is waking up in a way we can't quite put into words? Edgar Cayce certainly thought so, and he believed 2025 would be a tipping point for humanity's spiritual transformation. He envisioned a time when people would move beyond their daily struggles and begin to understand their deeper connections, not just with each other but with the universe itself. You can see glimpses of this happening already, with the rise in mindfulness practices, meditation, and holistic wellness. People are searching for meaning, craving a sense of unity that feels more important now than ever, especially in an age of increasing disconnection and chaos. What's even more fascinating is that Cayce also predicted a rebirth of humanity's psychic abilities, much like the Atlanteans supposedly possessed. He believed that as we became more spiritually awakened, we'd unlock latent abilities, things like heightened intuition, the power to sense energy shifts, or even a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of life. Imagine how such abilities can transform how we communicate, solve problems, and even approach the challenges we face as a planet, from environmental crises to fostering global harmony.
Consciousness also is what makes life worth living. If we weren't conscious, nothing in our lives would have meaning or value. But at the same time, it's the most mysterious phenomenon in the universe.
This isn't just some mystical idea, it's a reminder of our untapped potential as human beings. If 2025 truly delivers the spiritual awakening Cayce foresaw, we might be on the cusp of a whole new chapter in human history. One where our inner abilities and collective consciousness redefine what it means to be human. It could mark the beginning of a profound transformation, both individually and as a global society, leading to a deeper sense of purpose and harmony than we've ever seen before.
Now, the National Weather Service said that in one area, it rained more in 8 hours than it had in the previous 20 months. That's just staggering. And take a look at this. You can see the before and after images of the eastern coast of Spain. People are furious and they're directing their anger at officials.
Edgar Cayce believed natural disasters weren't just random. They were the Earth's way of waking us up to the imbalance we've created. He saw earthquakes, floods, and volcanic eruptions as tools for humanity to realign with spiritual and natural laws. Recent events like Australia's devastating floods, wildfires ravaging ecosystems, and the earthquakes along volatile fault lines seem to echo his warnings. It's as though the Earth itself is reminding us of the delicate balance we've disrupted and urging us to restore harmony before it's too late. If Cayce's predictions for 2025 hold true, we could see floods drastically reshaping Africa, with the Nile River expanding enough to divide the continent into separate parts, and seismic shifts along the San Andreas Fault in California that could redefine life for millions. These natural upheavals might test humanity's resilience, forcing migrations, reshaping borders, and pushing us to respect the fragile balance of our planet. Such events could also serve as a wake-up call, challenging us to work together globally to address the root causes of these disasters. Cayce's visions weren't limited to natural events. He also foresaw global conflicts and shifts in geopolitical power. He warned of rising tensions in the Middle East, particularly in countries like Libya, Egypt, and Syria, which continue to be hotspots for instability today. It's not hard to imagine these tensions escalating into global crises, especially as competition for resources and power intensifies. Yet Cayce also spoke of new powers rising, with China emerging not just as an economic giant, but a spiritual leader, and Russia playing a stabilizing role in global politics. Together, these dramatic shifts could mark the dawn of a new global order, one where the old ways crumble and humanity faces an entirely new way of coexisting.
Australians fighting lung and liver cancer will soon be able to access a life-saving treatment that takes just 7 minutes. The nation's first immunotherapy cancer jab is being added to the PBS tomorrow.
Edgar Cayce's predictions about medical breakthroughs offer a glimpse of hope for humanity's future. He spoke of cures for diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's, which seemed impossible in his era but are now within reach. With advancements in DNA-based treatments, immunotherapy, and personalized medicine, we are closer than ever to turning these visions into reality. Treatments targeting specific cancer cells and experimental therapies for neurological diseases are transforming science fiction into science facts, providing new hope for patients around the world. It's astonishing to see how far science has come, fulfilling what Cayce could only dream about in his time. Yet these advancements also bring ethical dilemmas, especially when you consider Baba Vanga's chilling prophecy about lab-created babies. Imagine a world where parents can select their child's traits, from intelligence to physical appearance. While this level of genetic control might offer benefits like eradicating hereditary diseases, it raises serious questions about genetic equity, privilege, and the social divide it would create. Could such technologies deepen inequality, with only the wealthy accessing these advancements? So, do these prophecies align with what you see happening today? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.